Hey, before Wynonna gets on board, I want to share something with you guys. As you
John?
know, yes, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, this
Okay.
is Anthony from Casa Grande, Anthony Jeff Walker. I wanted to thank you guys on behalf of the Casa Grande inmates and parolees here. I want to thank you guys for offering the class of warehouse management,
Okay.
logistics, and also the front desk operations classes that you guys have offered via virtual classes. We have really learned a lot, and we're looking forward to moving forward with this. And we are approaching our last week. This is our last week that we're in right now. We have gained a lot of access and a lot of knowledge through it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that is so very, very awesome. And for those of you who don't know, the gigantic testimony in here when COVID-19 shut us down, we weren't able to go in to provide services inside Nevada Department of Corrections, and they were not allowed to come out because of COVID-19. So working with our partners at Nevada Department of Corrections, we had to pivot and we had to think outside the box. So what we did was we stood up a computer lab inside Casa Grande, which is the state transitional facility, and we created a distant learning model, and that's what he was just referring to right there. So we're taking people through warehouse logistics training. In addition to that, there's some other customer service training that we're doing for them. And again, that is our goal, to be able to, provide them, equip them. Just because COVID stopped everything didn't mean that, that we had to stop. And so I'm very, very proud of the guys that are in Casa Grande, and the ladies too. And I FaceTime with them periodically, and I always ask them, what are you guys learning? And the things that are coming out of their mouth, right? That the things that they're learning is evidence that they're really putting in the work. So very, very proud of you guys. And thank you for sharing. I see Michael Russell back there. Where's Miss Tangway?
She was not feeling well, so she's upstairs laying down.
Okay. All right. Michael, you're doing well?
Excellent. Thank you.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Any other testimonies? Anybody else would like to share something? Any of our graduates would like to get on and share testimonies? Going once.
This is Elizabeth Dick Coleman with Nevada Department of Corrections. John, if I can just kind of tail in on all the wonderful things that you guys have continued despite every challenge that has been offered, et cetera, to give our residents to continue, and then also to try and help think outside the box in the new pandemic world. How are we going to still offer employment and continue to inspire and coach and reach out? I have to say, on behalf of Director Daniels and Department of Corrections, we are honored to continue to do this. We know that each day comes with a new challenge and nothing is solved overnight, but continuing to offer these services, and then having your volunteers, having your staff, and having all of the mentors still wrapping themselves around residents to give them that encouragement, especially when they don't necessarily have connectivity to their family as much as they've had in the past, has been a true blessing. So thank you for continuing to do that. And if anybody from around the country, I see there's several people here texting, share with John the great you guys are doing, maybe so we can all figure out a better way to make returning to our communities a more positive experience in the world we're in today. So I thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth. And again, appreciate the partnership. We couldn't do it without you. We also could not do that without our supporters who support us, our financial supporters that give to us on a continuous basis. What I would like for everybody to do, when you have an opportunity, I'd like for you to visit our website at hopeforprisons.org, and we created a revival page. And the reason why the awesome rock star Paula Lawrence had come up with the name revival, because listen to the true definition of a revival. right? Because we always think about it in the faith sense of the word, but the Webster definition of revival is an improvement in a condition or strengthening of something. And one of the definitions of that, give me 1 second, it got away from me on my phone. It's an instance of something becoming popular, active, or something that is important again. And I think that that exemplifies the work that we're doing. We're working with human life, right? We're working with people who are formerly incarcerated to give them a new zeal for life, right? To put an emphasis on how important they are once again to improve the condition or strength of something, making folks strong leaders as they come back out in the community. If you take a look at our website, there's a reason why I'm asking you guys to go there, because you know, the times that we're in and the service that we want to provide, you know, it's important for us to, you know, continuously be supported. We get great support from, you know, people in the community. It's not like, you know, a little bit of people that give us a lot of money. It's the tiny little $10, $15, $25 monthly supports that we get that makes the work so impactful. So if you, when you guys go there, if everybody online could just share that with everybody in the world around you, that is, you know, you'll become part of our revival. And it's, you know, $15, $20, $25 a month is what it is that we're looking for. And, you know, those funds go directly to the supportive services of the men and women that we are so passionately serving. So did I see my friend Beta Yeager? Beta, how are you? You gotta unmute your phone. How you doing?
Good. It's good to see you.
Where is your rock star husband at tonight?
He is actually up in Reno. He's been doing some work up in Carson City, trying to get some stuff done in the office. So I don't know if he is able to join, but I did send him the link. So hopefully.
All right. Well, we know that you know that Steve Yeager is an awesome, passionate assemblyman, and if he is not up in Carson City, you know, making things happen, it's either two things that Steve Yeager's doing. He's either running or eating donuts.
That's true. And I think that he's very mindful of criminal justice reform. So, you know, he's honest the word. So.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
often eating donuts and running.
Yes.
at the same time. So, Beta, why don't you just take a few minutes while we're waiting for Wynonna? Maybe you can tell everybody what it is that you do.
Oh, sure. So, my name is Beta Yeager. I do basically the mental health piece for our 8th Judicial District Court. So aside from competency, I actually do our civil commitments for those people that are in and need to access treatment in hospitals. But more importantly than that, I also do our mental health court and our co-occurring disorders court. So we ensure that people who are in the criminal system who need access to that treatment, and we hold them accountable to really work their individualized program or treatment case management program so that they can be successful. So it has been incredibly rewarding. You know, we've had some challenges because we've had to go virtual. So I actually had my mental health court all virtual this morning, but I had my little, you know, I had my little Nevada sign behind me and my little flags and had my robe on at home, but it's been going really well. So, and you know, we also want to make sure that we're mindful of everyone during these stressful times, that they are given the access to the treatment that they need.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for that, Beta. You and your husband are absolute rock stars
Well,
in
thank you.
the work that you guys are doing. I know that Dee Hernandez wanted to say something, but I know that Wynonna is probably on the line right now. But I want to give a big shout out to a group of people, and that would be our employers. We could not do what we do without, and that's getting men and women, you know, plugged into an employment. And, you know, we have some of our partners, employers that are on board, on the line right now. I know that we have Michael Winburn from Shiitakes. We have Stephanie Sevilla from United Brothers, Sandy Lee from MB Transit. We have Juan Urbanita He's from Local 416, the Ayers Workers Union. We have Melinda Roden from Epic Personnel, Aaron Manfredi from Advantage Landscape, Andrea Vigil from Allegiant Electric. We have Michelle Moretta from the Mortgage Market. We have Michael Wayne from Bird Offerings, who's hired quite a few of our graduates. And we have Tanisha Smith from XORB, X-O-R-B. Thank you guys so much for, hiring and our people and giving them second chance opportunities. So thank you so much. D. Hernandez, before we turn it over to the awesome, amazing Wynonna Judd, D. Hernandez.
Hi. Hi, everybody. This is Dee Hernandez. I'm really excited to join the team this meeting. This is a really special place for me. I'm from the graduating class of February 2020. I had an amazing experience. Once I joined the program, I'm grateful. Actually, sorry, hold on. Every time I do this, hold on.
Let it flow, sister.
Hold on. Okay, I gotta catch my breath. It's, the impact that Hope for Prisoners has had on my life is tremendous. So I'm just grateful. I was hired on by one of the partners, Allegiant Electric. Shout out, my boss is on the line. I've had such a great experience, and I have to say, I live a whole nother life right now. I look forward to every day that I get to go to work. I have so many opportunities that have opened up for me. This really works when you put in the effort. So what I hope is that what I can impress upon other people who are struggling, because when you come from a life where you've made a lot of mistakes, made bad decisions, it's never too late. No matter what you did, how old you are, what your offense was, how bad you think it is, it can always get better. And the support that I've received from the job developers, Mikhail, Nicole, my case manager, Darby, my boss, every day supports me. So I really appreciate it. And that's all. So
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Dee. Appreciate you. So very proud of you. Is Andrea from Allegiant Electric on? Are you there, Andrea? Well, I thought I saw her on the live, but again, just want to thank you for that. And Dee, just very, very proud of you. I know that you were at that February graduation when the president was there, and you wound up getting your face on the cover of the RJ. So what a beautiful, beautiful smile that you had. I know that Darby is super proud of you as your case manager, and she has that up on her wall.
I have it. So does my family and everyone who knows me.
Right.
I've had the gift of being able to share the great experience I've had. So it's a beautiful thing.
Well,
Thank
good
you.
deal. Very, very proud of you.
Thank
So
you.
without any further ado, hello, Wynonna. You said
Yeah.
no. Was that good, Tom?
What?
Was that good or was that good?
I don't know. What are you doing? I'm not supposed to be here. I
Well, you're supposed-
I don't know what I thought I was doing. Am I supposed to say something smart?
Yeah, you could just be Wynonna, and everything that you say is smart.
Okay, whatever. No, it's not. Okay. What do you want me to do, sir? I'm here.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to thank you for taking the time out. I know you have a very busy, hectic schedule, but you know that, yeah, sure it is. Why I know, but the thing that really stands out with me about why, she has been such a true friend. She has been that person from the very first time I got on the phone and had a conversation with her. I'll tell you guys, it was real funny. My phone rang one Sunday right after church, and it's probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I answered the phone, didn't recognize the number, and this voice said, hi, can I speak to Jon Ponder? I was like, this is John. And the voice on the end said, hi, this is Wynonna Judd. I pulled my phone away from my face like, this is who? I thought it was somebody playing.
First of all, sir, I did not say Wynonna Judd because everyone knows I just go by one name.
Why, Wynonna? Thank you for checking me. But anyway, she said her name is Wynonna. And, you know, ever since that day, we, you know, she has been a very dear friend. So why, you know, I'm just opening up for you to share whatever you have on your heart. And I know that we have had some very funny conversations, some in-depth conversations. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you. If you want to go grab, I was going to say a guitar, but the last time I said that, you chastised me. If you want to grab your guitar and do something, whatever you want to
You
do.
know what? I'm just here. I think all of this is important. I think to tell your story. I don't think people know me as the friend of Jon Ponder. So I'm just going to cut to it because I don't have a lot of time to BS right now. It's time to get real, they say. I called you, Brother John, because my daughter was incarcerated. And there's not a lot of fame or fortune that really matters when you're the mother of an inmate. And yeah, you showed up for my child. And you were there when she had her parole meeting. And you spoke on her behalf. And you said, you know, I'm the guy. And I'm like, wow, you did that for me. Yeah. So this isn't just about, you know, what I do. This is about what we are doing. And the reason I said the Wynonna part is because I became Wynonna because of the Judds. My marketing team said, we just want you in the W. This is back, remember when we had record stores and CDs? So they put me in the W. I've been in the W area of the store for 30 years now. Here's what I do. I show up because I've got one on parole and one on patrol. He's a first responder. So I live in between the two worlds. Okay, so this isn't about me. This is about we. And you asked me to come on tonight, and I'm thinking, what in the world can I say? And when you share your stories with me, so I will tell you all something. This man, I've watched him, and I've watched him at the graduation, and those are the good moments when you get to dress up in your Sunday best, and we have an event. And I've met people that have changed my life, and you all have. And that's the reason I showed up tonight, because I'll be honest with you, I'm struggling. My daughter's in a process that's really hard, and I can't do a crap thing about it. What I can do is show up tonight and say what my mom said every night on stage, and that is, there's always hope. And there's that word right behind you, Jon Ponder, because I need some of it myself. I would love to say I have some answers. I really don't right now. So I'm just here, and I'm letting you all know that I'm part of the solution tonight, because I know the enemy would love for me to be sitting in the chair behind me, you know, cursing, and I'm not going to do it. So I showed up tonight just to say I appreciate all of you. I know I feel helpless. I don't feel hopeless. I just feel helpless. And so I'm here to say that I want us to do really amazing things, because I want my daughter to be where a lot of your graduates are. I'd really love that. What a wonderful thing to be able to stand there and say, yeah, I'm part of the statistic of what happens. So yeah, I'm here as a mom. Yes, I'm famous and all that good stuff, and it's wonderful for a seat in a restaurant or a first class ticket, but anybody can buy that. But I'm just with you all. I just love people, and I love music, and I love watching my kids kick the enemy's butt. And so pray for my daughter, Grace, and my son, because he's a cop. And life is really weird, but we're here now. Isn't it amazing that we're all here? Thank God for technology. Thank God for you, Jon Ponder. You've been there for my child when I couldn't even get to her. They let you in because you're the man. And you're the man with a plan, and I love you dearly. And I'm looking forward to us singing and raising money and changing the world together. And I know we can. I do. I'm in prison reform, and people are like, well, why do you do that? Because they think I'm just a spokesperson with a voice. Yeah, I've got that. But I've got a daughter who's in the system, and she's struggling to try to find a job. You know, this ain't about me. So I do look forward to doing a show for you. I don't know when that'll happen, and I'm here. So thank you for listening. No need for applause. I didn't do much to earn it.
No, yes, you did. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate Wynonna and love you to pieces for your transparency. And, Wynonna Judd, Wynonna is just always 100% real, raw and uncut. I don't think she's no different than what she is right now than when she's out on the stage performing. So,
Oh, yes, I am.
huh?
I don't have sparkles on.
But you're always just sparkly. We will continue to pray for Gracie. We are praying for Elijah. And when you see him again, being a law enforcement person that he is, would you please give him a big hug and just tell him that we, as a family and a community, just want to say thank you for his unswerving service to our community. So he's certainly a hero in our eyes. So give him a big 5 and a hug from all of us at Hope for Prisoners. And where's that handsome husband of yours at?
He was riding a horse because he doesn't really care about all this.
Right.
You know where he is. He's on the land somewhere.
Yes.
Praying for me that I don't go viral for the wrong reasons.
Yes. And I have had the privilege to be out there at the ranch. What a beautiful place that you guys have down there. And it's a place that I could have stayed there forever. And when I went there, Wynonna, she didn't order food in. She didn't have some food like cater in. Wynonna climbed up into the kitchen and made some of the best fried chicken that I have ever eaten before in my entire life. She had me sitting at the table, sucking on my fingers. It was so good.
Oh my God. Thanks.
It was just finger licking good.
It's a Southern thing. We love you and we feed you because we know that's the way it is. And by the way, not to correct you, it's a farm.
Okay, got you. All right, I got it. It's a farm.
Farm is a garden and a ranch is animals. You know what? I love you and you know me. You're welcome and you need to get away. Come here and see me. And I'm going to come out there. I need to come out there. I've been chatting with the wives of the police, and I want to come out there and do so many things. I don't know if you all know this or not, but my career began in Vegas. So
tell us about that. Why? Tell us about that.
I've been there. It's the first prison that I can remember going into when you took me into the women's prison there that fateful day. And I talked about Gracie, and I said, yeah, I know what it's like to want to give up. And I was 18 years old opening for Merle Haggard at the Caesars and my name in lights. And I thought I won the lottery basically. And I've been coming there for, almost 40 years. So Vegas has a place in my heart because that's my life. I grew up going to all the shows and I feel like I know everybody. And the fact that you're there, it's part of my herstory. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do mighty things. I'm not really sure why the Raiders Stadium looks like a Roomba. And I make jokes. But I want to do something there. You need to call somebody. Yes. And we need to do stuff. And I want to team up with whomever I can and do great things because how wonderful would it be to come back and be able to use all my musical herstory to raise a bunch of money for Hope for Prisoners. How ironic would that be?
Yes. Yeah.
And I've got some famous friends, and we'll see how good of friends they are when I call them up. And I just want to do great things. And so I appreciate you letting me come on tonight because I don't know about all the administrative stuff. I know how to show up though and show out. So
yeah. Well, Wynonna, we are looking very forward to that. And I know that you have committed to coming out and helping us to raise some funds because that's so very, very important with the work that we're doing and the people that we are serving to be able to provide those services for them. So as soon as we open back up, we're going to have that conversation. And I know that my community development manager, my community development officer, Paula Lawrence, is on the line. And I know that she was listening to you. And I've had some in-depth conversation with her about, the minute that we open up, we're going to have some conversations for you to come out and bring all your friends out here to see what we can do. It'll be great. I
I'm
know
open for business, so come on, let's do this.
You know, that time that we had gone into Florence McClure Women's Prison, man, it was something so magical about that. I know that those women that were there, and our friends over at the Nevada Department of Corrections, they brought about, I don't know, it was 200, 300 women and put them inside the gymnasium. And I remember when we had gotten processed in, Wynonna and I walked into that gymnasium, and the women in that room, they went bananas because Wynonna was in that room, and the screams, the only way I could describe it was that it was electric. And it was
Well,
so.
they do call me Shelvis. You know that, Ron, John. They call me Shelvis. For a
Shelvis?
reason. Whatever. It was, you know what is interesting about what you said, the hair, oh, that's her,
Yeah.
where's her mom, all that. But you know
Right.
what? We cut right through the crap, and it got
Yeah.
real when I said, my daughter's incarcerated. It was like,
Yes.
what? And
Yep.
it got real really fast. Like
Yeah.
they don't care about how many Grammys I got. They care about the fact that I get it and I understand them, and I
Right.
felt the Holy Spirit in a way. I have
Yeah.
felt a few times through music, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's powerful when you show up and you show your stuff. What is it? Let them see the cracks in your armor. That's how the light gets out. I think light
Yes.
filled that room that day, and these are women that feel anonymous and unloved and forgotten. And I
Right.
just said, I think I sang something to them and said, I'm here and I care.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was heavy and it was beautiful, devastatingly beautiful. And I look forward to that more.
Yeah, it really was. And you know, the other thing that stands out is that when the women at the end, they began to stand up, and one of the ladies at Florence McClure held up a book, and I think it was like a book of your life story, and she started talking about how that impacted her life. It was just a very, very, very powerful moment that I think that those ladies will never, ever, ever forget. So what I'd like to do right now is, Art, is there any questions that anybody has for the awesome, amazing Shelvis Wynonna?
I believe Elizabeth had a question, John.
Okay. All right. Elizabeth? Elizabeth Coleman. I'm going to start singing because Wynonna Judd's on the phone. Elizabeth Coleman. Wynonna.
I had to figure out how to use this phone. So Wynonna, first of all, thank you for sharing your personal story. Our residents still talk about it today. They are amazed that you are real and that your story is similar to theirs. As a parent, you just shared sometimes your heart's breaking. How would you give a suggestion or encourage our residents, or is there any kind of encouragement that you could give them to continue to reach out to their families? Like as a parent, when Grace reaches out to you and says, hey mom, what are some ways in which they can learn to break the ice and reconnect with maybe family members that they've broken that trust, or they need to rekindle that relationship because of some of the things that have happened? And if you choose not to share because it's a little raw, I understand, but I think that that's one of the questions that I hear a lot of our residents, especially at Casa Grande and at Florence McClure, saying, I just don't know how to reach out and to say I'm sorry.
Okay. I can tell you this, and this is, I'm not a biblical genius. I have a relationship, not a religion, with, my Jesus Christ superstar. I love Jesus. And I didn't know how much I needed God till God was all I had. And when all of this started, Grace is stronger than I have ever been. At her age, she's remarkable. I think one of the things for me is no matter where my kids are in terms of circumstance, I constantly say, we are not our circumstance. And that's really hard for me because I've been raised to be a champion and how to step in and out of that. I will tell you this. I attempted suicide when I was 18, and then I got a record deal. And I tell that story because I had to go from pain to purpose really fast. And when I have told my story, and Yes, I was on Oprah 18 times because she kept asking me questions and wouldn't leave me alone. I kept telling her stuff like, we are not our circumstance. I have to see my child, not because of what she has done, but because of who she is.
Mm.
She is my child. Elijah is my child. And ain't nothing they have ever done or will ever do to make that stop. So it gets real really fast. When I walk in there and they put me through the process and I would be covered in the shame or the guilt of what I could have done differently, I realize this ain't about me. That's the hardest part. It's not about me. My son comes in his uniform and he says, bye, Mom. And I go, love you. Can't stop any of this. So I would say show up and meet them where they are, because anytime I've ever cried out, God has met me where I am. Welfare, millionaire, number one, number, 100. I'd say just meet him and ask questions. And I gave Grace a gift by just showing up and saying, I'm here. If you don't know what to say nothing and just say, I'm here and listen. I would say that's probably been the hardest thing for me, is to listen and let her be in her stuff and accept her for who she is. I tell the fans I'm a Judd, not a judge. That's really hard because as a mom, we want better for our kids. And this is about her journey, not me. So I guess that's it, John. I don't know what else to say. You know me pretty well. I'll ask questions and say, Gracie, tell me. And she's so positive. She's one of those people that's eternally positive. I would say let them talk and ask them questions instead of saying you should have. They're feeling bad enough. The last thing I need to do is walk in there and present a case myself and say, you should. I'm just there with her. And sometimes she doesn't call me. Sometimes she does. And I say, I'm here and I love you. And, but I tell you what, I showed up, man. It was really hard. And I did it because she's my kid. So I would just say, ain't nothing ever she can do to make me say I'm not going to be there. Yeah, I'm so mad at her sometimes, but what would I never knew my father. So what would I want my dad to say to me? You are loved, because they feel pretty crappy. And I've seen it. I've talked to a lot of women and men who say they were covered in the guilt and the shame. The world does that. The other inmates do that. My job is to show up and just be still and know that I'm God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still and be. Don't try to figure it all out and just listen. There you go. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for your question, Elizabeth. Hey, Michael Russell, is there a way you can get the guys together there? Because I'd like for Wynonna to say something to them. Wynonna, we are broadcasting live inside Nevada Department of Corrections. And I think we have, I don't know how many people, Michael Russell, how many men are there up in there?
About 50.
We got about 50 men. They are still incarcerated inside Nevada Department of Corrections. There's some folks that we are working with, some people that we are providing some service to, some people that we have made investments in that we are so very proud. And those are the next leaders in our community. So why, maybe you could just give them some kind of encouraging words.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, maybe you guys can say hello to Wynonna Judd, who took the time out to come in and say something to you.
Thanks for sharing your tears. Powerful. We love it, man. We love the passion we see in your eyes. You can really see
Passion. Oh, you got that right. So will I get to meet some of you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll get a selfie.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I'll be your sister. I think people think that, it's fun what I do. It is fun. It's hard work. And it's tough being a leader because I was not born to do that. I was born to sing. I look forward to meeting you and hearing your story. You've heard mine. And whatever I can do, honestly. And you know me, John. I like to, when I say I live on the streets, I do. I live in airports. I'm in and out of hotels. I'm in and out of I'm talking conditions in Kentucky, third world country. I don't just live in the ivory tower. I sometimes wish I did because it's hard. I can't wait to meet you all and hear your story and your process and how you're going to use what happened to you. What is it? We have a breakdown to have a breakthrough, setback to be, I just think about all that I've been through, and I've been really, really depressed. I tell my story about being in the darkness. It's lonely at the top, all those terms. I just really admire you. I don't know how Gracie did it. I don't know. I probably would have not made it. I'll be honest. Music saves my life. And I don't know how you all have done it, because I think about you a lot. And yeah, she's walking through a lot, and I watch her, and I don't know what gave her that hope. What gives you that hope, John? You've told me your story, and I know that the word is important to me. I don't know how you all do it, because she woke up every day and they said things that I can't repeat publicly. And she listened to that constantly. I had to remind her, you're not that. And so how do you do it? I just look forward to hearing your story. Period.
Yeah. Well, I want to do this. I'm going to answer your question there for a minute, what it was that you give me hope. But what I like to do is, I know that my case managers are on the line right now. And Michael Russell, I'm going to ask for your help in this, and Elizabeth as well. For all the men and women that are in that room inside Casa Grande right now, we love you. We appreciate you. I told you from the very first time we ever stepped up in that room that we're here for the long haul. And what I'm going to ask for assistance from you, Elizabeth, Michael, case manager on the phone. If you have a client that is standing in that room right now, Wynonna, when you come out to do our benefit concert so we can raise money for Hope for Prisoners, I want to make sure that everybody in Casa Grande right now has a front row seat at that.
Yeah. You better know the freaking words to something.
Right.
we will ensure that happens. And if they're on to their own lives and doing great, wondrous things, we will make sure that we find a way to make sure that they're in touch and active, because yes, I think we need to inspire all of us and to continue to stay connected. And that's the biggest thing that Hope for Prisoners has sent as a message, John, is making sure that no matter where you're at, when you're finished, when you're done, when you're on to your next steps, and you're building success, is that you can do nothing without connectivity. So we will make sure that happens, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, outstanding. Thank you so much. It's all about those relationships. We have another question, another comment.
We do. There was that Anne. If she's out there, I might be able to help unmute her.
And where you at? And the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, Anne. Ding dong. All right, who's next? Oh, there's Ann right there in the top. Ann, you got to unmute your microphone there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could do some sign language. There we go. Well, I know. Oh. There it is. There it is, Ann. Hi, Ann.
Hey, I just want to tell why I'm very inspired by your story. My nephew has gone through this, and when he got out, all we could do was give him love. He had a lot of things that went on in prison, and it was scary. And we just pray for him every day. And he told us that prison saved him because he was into drugs really heavily. And when he got out, he told us the biggest blessing was that they sent him away for 5 years, because when he came out, he was able to stay clean and he's able to be with his family. He wouldn't have been here. He would not have been here. So thank you, wife, for sharing your story. We love you.
Well, I love you.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Go ahead.
You're a blessing.
Thank you. I will tell you this too, and I know you gentlemen know this. The greatest gift I can give Grace and Elijah is my own recovery and healing. So oftentimes we look at our kids and say, you need to No, I need to do my part. And I go to meetings and I sit there and go, hi, my name is, and I am the grateful, recovering, and I do my own work because I want my kids to see, and this is my mother all of a sudden, I want to be the change that I want to see in them. I can't look to them for them to give me answers. I have to do my own thing. So I think for all parents, my biggest message, John, will be stay in your own lane, keep your side of the street clean, and be quiet when it comes to the whole you should, because we have a role in being an enabler or, you know, whatever. So I know, gentlemen, you know this, you have to do your own thing. Doesn't matter what the rest of my family says or does. I'm responsible for me. And that helps me a lot because I tend to get lost in the mom role of fixing. And I just, Anne, I know that you know my story. I have to work on me. So I'm going to talk to whomever it is, John, and you know, I say it like it is because I shared a bus with my mother for 10 years. So I look forward to sharing, and I love being with you all, and it keeps me out of my own crap. So you saved me tonight. This is better than therapy.
Woo, that's what we do. That is what we do. Good deal. All right, do we have anybody else lined up? We have a few more minutes left.
We have an Andrea.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Vigel. I'm the owner of Legion Electric. I apologize that I'm arriving late, but I wanted to just really give a shout out to Dee. You know, she's doing so amazing. She's with Hope for Prisoners. She's just done such a great job. I commend Adam Gantz for actually showing up here. You know, I think that shows a lot to these individuals that, you know, you care as a person to everybody about what you're going to do to help these people, to take the time out of your day to listen to their success stories. And, you know, I participated with Foundation for Youth. And then tomorrow, I have a young man that's been with me 2 years. He's ready to buy a house. I helped him get qualified. I work with Help for Southern Nevada. And you know what, we're here. There's jobs out here for you guys. If you guys are willing to work, to learn, there's opportunities. And I just really respect all of you guys, everything that you're doing. And I'm grateful for all of you guys. And you know what, we're here to help you guys. And if you want to learn electrical, come to Legion Electric because we're going to help you out. Thank you.
All right, good deal. Give her a hand. Give her a hand for that.
And
Andrea, I just really wanted to thank you for giving the rock star Dee Hernandez an opportunity for employment. You can see the glow on her face, and you weren't on the phone a little while ago when she was speaking, but she spoke so very highly of you and how grateful she is for that employment opportunity, and for you to even open it up for some of our graduates who want to learn, you know, how to be an electrician and earn some good money so they can take care of themselves and take care of their families. You know, I tip my hat to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very grateful. Good deal. All right, we got time for one more person.
I see somebody running toward the camera at Casa Grande.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Valentine. Good job. Okay, I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I recently made my parole board, but Wynonna, thank you.
She said she made her parole board.
Made my parole board. And as a repeat offender, I just want to say that the support is the most important thing, because without that support, we're not going to be able to succeed out there. As a parent, Wynonna, I wasn't able to have that, but thank you for being there for your daughter and setting the example for everybody else. John, you guys, I see you on the news. We're taking a knee for you, bud. You did good today. You really did. You got up and you spoke to everybody, and it's nice to see somebody that's been where we've been making such a stand in the community. And I am so proud of you, and I'm thankful to all you people. And I know I speak for everybody here to say that you're a blessing and giving us a chance, because this is a real opportunity right here to have hope and have support. So with that being said, thank you.
Wow. Awesome.
Aren't they awesome? Look at the joy that is on their face. You know, you look and you see the hope inside their eyes, man. It's just hope for a better future. And, you know, that there's a hope that your future can look so much different than your past, right? And being able to just always, always hold on to that. Anybody else?
Yeah. Wynonna, just want to say that you said we keep you going. I think it's the opposite. You kind of keep us going. You know, you see that you got passion of what we got going through, and we see it in your eyes too. You know, when you were speaking, and like I said earlier, the passion is really what we see, and it helps us that we're not alone. You know, and,
right.
And I just had to just say it. That's how I wanted to see her. So, thank you.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh,
good deal.
I know I have to go because you guys have lives and stuff, and I'm gonna tell you about something that I learned. I spend a lot of time on a bus in a very small space, and I have since I was 17. And yeah, I'm trucking down the road, and I'm showing up and showing out and all that, and then I go back on the bus in that small space, and I've lived that way for a long time. And someone said to me, one of my sponsors said, "Take the word alone, separate the AL from the ONE. I am all one with God." And I'm like, what?
Right.
And I started to get it. And when I'd feel so sad, I would think, maybe I had to get in that space by myself to understand that I sing to an audience of one. Really? And I get it now. I don't want to sing just to one. I'm very popular. So what the heck is that? So I'll tell you, when I get really sad about Gracie or my son, he's in the cop car on his way to a call, I think, oh my gosh, it does get down to just you and God. And maybe that's where he wants me to be. So use this. I think about you, John, being there by yourself for 7 years, and I go in that space and I think, you're closer to God than most people I know. Really, honestly, even my relatives, I'm like, why can't you be more like John? Because they're all so smart and they're all so successful. No, that's not where God wants us. It's like, I didn't know how much I needed God till God was all I had. Are you kidding me? So that's why I'm so drawn to the military and the inmates, because I spent a lot of time by myself in the wilderness here on the farm, in the bus by myself. And I think what you're getting ready to do when you come out, it's like in the Bible. Who was it that didn't leave when you told me, John, the prisoner, because the walls came down? It's figurative.
Paul and Silas.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, that's where I'm at, because I think this is a prison for me. 10 o'clock at night, not a good time some night, right? So I just admire you all for doing something that I understand in terms of the loneliness. And maybe that's where we get tender. I don't know. I'm not really bright in terms of books, but I'm going to tell you what I know what it means to fight like hell, because what's the alternative? I know you're doing it, and I'm so honored to know you all. You've changed my life. You've made me understand my daughter more. She's stronger than anyone in our family. I wish she didn't have to go through this, but man, does she have a testimony. And it's going to help so many people. You're going to help so many people by getting real. And I thank you.
Yeah. Wynonna, we really, really thank you for your heart and coming and sharing with us tonight. So as we close out, Paula Lawrence, are you still on the line?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, Paula, you're there. And I know you were there when you heard our sweet, sweet friend Wynonna say that she's coming out to Vegas, and she is going to help us put on a concert and is going to raise money. And Paula is our Chief Development Officer, and she's steering all of that. So Paula, before we send Wynonna off, I tried to explain your new revival piece that you have on the website. So if you can just share for a few minutes what that's all about. You did an incredible job with that. So tell everybody what that's all about.
Sure. Hey, thanks, Wynonna, and thanks, John. Yeah, so just launched today. It's Club Revival, and this is a place. It's a community for just unique individuals to come together and show our united support to help make reentry easier, to help transform lives and our community. And we've made it really simple. You go to the website, you find a giving level that feels good, and you contribute. We will include you in specific, tailored to our revival members' success stories a quarterly newsletter. We'll give you some VIP access to our events, including Wynonna. Wynonna, you said something in your talk. You said welfare to millionaire. And I don't know if that's a song lyric or an album title, but I loved it and I wrote it down. So, yeah.
Or from the outhouse to the White House.
Come on now.
I think that's a whole nother Zoom call. We could fill up an hour with them. But we're really grateful for that opportunity. And, you know, I get calls every day from so many people in the community who have just loved and supported Hope for Prisoners. How can I help? How can I help? And during this pandemic, when we can't open our doors and we can't have a lot of people in, one thing that we truly do need to keep the day-to-day operations going is funding. Unfortunately, a lot of organizations in our own community have not reopened to serve this very fragile, very vulnerable population. But I am there to tell you, I witnessed it every day, the hard work of the Hope for Prisoners family. In fact, I'm not on video right now because I'm on my treadmill. And that's not because I have some skinny jeans to fit into. It's because I walk into this office every day and it's a home. And then when I come back to my home, I have so much energy, I have got to run it off. I don't do it to any other reason than I come home so invigorated by the work we're doing. 30 new people came in today to seek services. Every single one of them, I know we're gonna make a difference in their life. But right now we need our community more than ever. We need the country more than ever because so many services and financial funders we've relied on aren't open to help us. So no better time like now and working on those song lyrics, why? So thank you, thanks a million.
All right, well, thank you so much, Paula. And thank you, why? Really, really love you from the bottom of our heart. All right, thank you so very, very much. Can you guys give Y a big, gigantic hug and give her some kisses and all of that stuff? Woo woo, she's Y, she's Y. She's super Y. Love you to pieces, Wynonna. All right.
Now.
Give Cactus a big, gigantic hug. All right. Well, let me I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It really blesses our heart to see you guys showing up week after week. We have another phenomenal guest that's going to be speaking next Tuesday night. And I don't even want to tell you who it is right now because it'll probably shut the Zoom thing down. But it's going to be good. It's going to be big. We'll probably announce by the end of the week who's going to be there, but very honored to have this person here. And Beta, I see you shaking your head. I think that this Zoom thing, this COVID thing, right, has really launched us in. You know, when you get lemons, you got to turn it into lemonade, right? So it gives us an opportunity to work with me. I see people from all over the country joining in on this Zoom call. So it's an honor for you guys to be here. I hope that it was very encouraging to you, Tammy Bond, and my dear friend, Mark Lefkowitz, man. It's so awesome to see you here. Thank you for always your support and you know, to Hope for Prisoners, all of the mentors and the graduates and Patty, thank you so much for showing up all the time. I think that because you do your Zoom call from your kitchen, I think next week we're gonna have you cook something. We're not gonna be able to eat it, but you can just wave it in front of the camera because we missed this dinner time right now. All right, we love you guys. God bless you. Appreciate your support, and we will see you guys next week.
Bless you.
All right. God bless you.
You are a blessing.
Love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, bye.
Thank you, bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
See everyone.
Nice job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Stay
Take
safe.
care. All right. You too.